Hey guys, you're welcome back to my channel, and this is Best Bet with Rita. If this is your first time of coming into this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to turn up the notification button so that you can get our new videos when we post them. I bet you don't want to miss our videos because we're going to be starting a new and interesting series. How many of you guys know that I'm in Australia presently? I'm in Australia, and last year I just finished my Masters of Social Work, and it was an interesting one. The truth is that Australia have good educational system, and that is why today's topic I'll be talking about 5 benefits of studying in Australia, be it undergrad, postgraduate, PhD, whatever level of education. Australia has a lot to offer. I know a lot of people are interested in studying abroad. People want to go to UK, people want to go to Canada, people want to go to US, but I don't really see a lot saying they want to study in Australia. Why this country has a lot of benefit, so much, and I am one of the testifiers that Australian educational system is very outstanding, very good and wonderful. But a lot of people do not know, and that is why I'm coming up with this video on the benefit of studying in Australia. So number 1 benefit of working or studying in Australia is the working opportunity. Oh God, before, during, and after your study, Australia have so much working opportunities. So even if you pay your first year fees or you pay your coming in fees, you are rest assured that you can see yourself through school. Trust me when I say this. I'm going to be coming up with a lot of people, because this is a series I just started, and I'll be bringing a lot of testifiers, bringing a lot of people to co-chair this topic with me. I'm bringing you people that have gone through school, people that are already in school, people that are about to start, that are in Australia. They'll be giving you their own experience of how the working system in Australia have really benefited them. The truth is that if you want to work, or if you are ready to work, or you are looking for a job, and or you can combine your studies with work, Australia has, in fact, I don't know how to quantify it. There is so much job for you, and it's flexible. It gives you leverage to study, as in you're going to live a stable life, and finances is not going to be a problem, because one, even the schooling, the fees are very, very affordable. Some say it's expensive, but it depends on the city you are. But the truth is that you're going to get the kind of job that will help you pay the fees needed to study in Australia, whatever, be it BSc. I know of someone that she came here to do just an undergrad, and when she finished, she told me she spent over $100,000. And I was looking at the person that paid over $100,000 in undergrad, and the truth is that she didn't suffer anything. She paid her fees. She lived well. She's not owing. She's a graduate doing so well. She's even thinking of furthering. So Australia has a lot of working opportunities for you. I know a lot of countries. I know of a friend that went to a school, he's in Taiwan, but like they didn't have those working opportunities or leverage for them, so that they can as well help to pacify those financial needs. But in Australia, you can work jobs like care work, disability, grocery selling. There's so many jobs, and they are well paying. Australia pays for, let me give for example, the least you can get per hour, if I'm really right, I stand to be corrected, is $25 or $26 per hour. How many countries pays this kind of amount per hour for a job? And you can imagine working, because, and for students, you have 20 hours per week to work. You're not supposed to go above that, but trust me, what you're going to work, what you're going to save out of that 20 hours in a week is going to help you see you through school, pay your fees, save up, and live the kind of life that you want. So you can give it a shot if working is something you love to do, or you feel you can combine studies and working. And number 2, people like this number 2, immigration and settlement opportunity. Some people migrate to a country because they want to study, but they also have the motive of settling in that country, which is not a bad thing. Every day the world, as I said, is interchangeably and it's independent, and it's very globalized era. So people move from one place to the other. So if you're thinking of settling in Australia after your study, this is the right place and this is the right time. What other time is it to make plans to study in Australia than this time? Do you understand? So after study, you're going to get if you're doing like a master's, you're going to have a 2 years working post-study visa. And before that time, mind you, there's a bridge period. That bridging period could even take you 5 months or whatever. Just imagine the time you're counting. And then even that visa, the visa they're giving to you to study, they also add like a 6 months. I can remember someone that came to do PhD for 4 years, and then they gave the person 4 years and 5 months visa. And then when the person finishes PhD, the person has extra 4 years post-working visa, post-graduate visa. Imagine those 8 years, you've already gathered enough points for those. Like Australia is a point system. They also have different visa. There's 4-9 visa. There's a talent visa. There's so many visa or immigration opportunity in Australia after study. What about the post-study visa time? It is enough time to build your points. It's enough time to work and save up for all you spend studying. In fact, the process is not hard. The issue about Australia is coming in. The immigration is very tough in coming in, but when you come in and you do the right thing, because it's a very law-abiding country. If you come, you're law-abiding, you follow things, you do things properly, you don't skip your education just for working and then you forget the reason why you are here. You follow due process. Trust me, settlement and migration is not an issue for you. In fact, they are open to manpower, young manpower in this country, because I see that they have a lot of aging population in this country. So the incoming of young people is a vamping of their economy. So they are really open to welcoming young people coming here to study and settling. Don't say I told you this, because it's a very big one. A lot of people do not know, and then they run to different other countries that do not have opportunity for them to settle. Australia is the place. Trust me, I'm here. I know what I'm saying. I have friends. I'm bringing in people to help me ascertain these things that I have said. That immigration and settlement opportunity here is very, don't mind me, is a very good one. Number 3, the weather and accommodation is very favorable. So let's say you're from a tropical sub-Saharan African country, or you're from a place that is very cold and you're tired of cold. Australian weather is very friendly. We normally have summer, let's say like 5 months of summer. We have from let's say October to January, February, March, April, May. Yes, summer, 7 months of summer, 7 months of wearing normal clothes. You are not like in the UK that they have a longer time for winter and everybody's trying to cover, coat up. You can't even go. Some people that are so allergic to cold, they can't even go out to do anything. But here we have 7 months to enjoy summer, and when the winter comes, it's not so harsh. We have the places where snow falls, but especially in Sydney, apart from the Blue Mountains where snow, you can cope with the winter. The winter is not so harsh, like so freezing that you can't go to work. In fact, people even pray for the winter, because sometimes the summer gets so hot and the winter is just like, oh, thank God, we want the sun to reduce. But the weather is very friendly. You can cope wherever you're coming from. If you're coming from a very cold place and you're tired of cold, Australia is the place. If you're coming from a very sunny place, from wherever, let's say from your house, you have your AC, you move to your car, and then you move to your, like, the weather is very friendly and very inviting. You can never have issue with Australian weather. Yes, we get to a point where we have bushfire burn, but once in, like, let's say a year or 2 or 3, like it comes once in a time because of the high sun. But it is something that you can cope with. Not like some areas or some countries where you just freeze and you can't just cope, and you need so many time to adjust to the weather. You adjust to Australian weather very easy. And then the accommodation is very, 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 I don't know why I keep saying very, 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 don't mind me. The accommodation is something you can afford. It's very affordable. So let's say you come to Australia as a student, either you pick you stay in the campus. Yes, the campus accommodations are very expensive, but if you're coming with a scholarship, it's okay. But if you're not coming with a scholarship, you can stay outside of the campuses and use, because the transportation is very, very cheap. So let's say you are in a scholarship, the government gives you a concession card that reduces your transportation. So if you're using a concession in a day to and fro a university or work, you could spend like $5 or $6 a day. But if you are not, maybe you're using the normal upper card, you could what they call it, you could spend like $10, and depend on where you go to, and they have a threshold. If you spend to $8, they stop charging you. In fact, that is the threshold for the day. You can't spend more than that. And if you use your card for a week, the price drops and reduces. So the government is very considerate about student transportation. So transportation is very affordable, accommodation too is very affordable. So you can get like a studio apartment. But one thing about accommodation, that if you stay very close to your uni, you know it's everywhere. When you stay close to the campus, you stay close to the universities, the accommodation might be very expensive. But if you move a little further, you have something very cheap. So you could have like a shared accommodation for $150. I've seen someone paying $120. I feel like this COVID period that had a lot of people move out. Houses, a lot of houses were empty, the prices dropped down a lot. So you could get like a 1-bedroom flat for $200 and maybe 2-bedroom from $300. It depends on your taste, it depends on what you want. But if you want something very luxurious, then you're going to pay a very big amount. But if you're looking for something very moderate, you can have it very cheap. Do you understand? So Australia, studying in Australia, the weather, the accommodation, the transportation is something you can adjust into very easily, because they are very affordable, accommodating, and relatable. Do you understand? You don't have to go through so much to have these things. It's something you can just go through. So that is why Australia is a place for you to apply for studies now. When is the best time? Now, once I told you these tips, and number 4 is that Australia is multicultural, multilingual, and very diverse. The truth is that I've been to lots of countries, but Australia for me just stands out because it's a country where you come in and fit in. Yes, you could find, if you're maybe from the African society, you find it hard to meet lots, but the truth is that you will see African people if you're from Africa. If you're in Asia, you will see Asian people. If you're from the Fiji, and in fact, it is so multicultural. I think this country's second name should be a migrant country, because almost everyone here, almost 80% or 90% are migrants. So there is no way you will not see European that you can mix up with, British, Africans, Asian. We are just so multilingual, multicultural, and diverse. That's why the educational system is very accommodating and very diverse. You can't just get lost. You're going to find help. You're going to find people that fit into your culture, people that fit into your belief, people that fit into your background. It is not totally so alienated or so foreign to you. You're going to meet in people that you're going to fit into. So what better place to study than a place where everything is so diverse? You can always fit in, and everybody's culture or whatever beliefs is welcome and respected here. And there's nothing like racism in some country. Everybody is respected. Your opinion. The truth is, even when I was in school, most times everybody is given equal opportunity. I cannot forget so many group sections we had, we were just placed in as in different cultures mixed together, and I was taking lead of a lot of things. So there's nothing like somebody having hegemony, or like you're going to meet people that you can interact with. You're going to meet people that you can fit into. Fitting in is very easy because, like I said, it's multilingual, it's multicultural, it's very diverse. Opinions, background, beliefs are well and very respected in this country. So with all this, you know that Australia is a place for you to study this year. And lastly, there are lots of school scholarships. So if you have a good result, or you think you can afford it as you're thinking, why not try applying for scholarship? There are lots of scholarships in Australia. We have like the Sciential Scholarship. We have I know of, there's so many masters and PhD scholarship, and then I know of the Dean and VC scholarship. Like the scholarship I got was from Western Sydney University, they call the grandfather scholarship from the VC. So you can see there are lots. You can either have half scholarship, 50% scholarship, full scholarship, or what. Like there is an opportunity for scholarship. The idea is if you have a good result, get your admission first. Try your best, and don't forget, if you're going to study in Australia, if you're not from a very good English speaking country, you're going to take your IELTS or you're going to take your PTs. Your English test is very paramount here, and if you're going to be studying, 70 is the benchmark, and if it's for people that are doing PR, 60, and you're going to be taking academic PT or IELTS, don't forget academic PT or IELTS. And if you get 70, 6.5 or let's say 5.5 in every speaking, and every of the quota, is that speaking, writing, you should have like from 6.5, and the overall, if you get an admission here, is 70. So try your best, study hard to get that 70 points in an academic English examination. And if you have that and you have a good result, getting a scholarship is very easy. And don't forget that it's not only Sydney that is in Australia. We have Tasmania, we have Perth, we have Brisbane, we have Queensland. We have so many states with so many universities. We have over 40 universities in Australia here, and then we have they have very good teaching standard. They have quality classroom. Like my husband's university, each time I go there, I'm like, it's so beautiful. Have you seen Bond University? Have you tried Western University? Have you tried UNSW? There are so many universities. Just do your research very well. And all these universities, they have scholarships. Just look for the scholarship that fits into your result and apply. We have so many benefits. I'll be coming up with a lot of people that will be giving you the benefits and how they've thrived through the academic system of Australia. So this is just my 2 cents. This is just the 5 ideas and the 5 benefits of studying in Australia. Why not give it a try? And don't forget to watch the rest of the series, because I'm gonna come up with spicy topics about studying in Australia. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to the next series with my friend that is studying here. Her name is Queen, and she'll be giving you her own experience on how she enjoyed studying in Australia. And for the meantime, this is your first time, please subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.